Today we're here in a very busy Cades Cove. Of course, the colors are absolutely amazing here in the Cove. It's a cool morning. We got our jackets on. A little frost this morning. We were in the 30s last night.
It's cold.
Which is not normal. In fact, I believe we broke records. Like, you know what I mean? I think a lot of states have broke records of being so cold this time of year. You ready, Dawn?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Let's do this. And it's a frosty morning here in Cades Cove. It was a cold one. It was 30 degrees last night. It's a beautiful day here in the Great Smoky Mountains. The sun is shining. We have beautiful Cades Cove behind us, and the folks are heading in. As of right now, it doesn't look too bad, but there is a steady stream of traffic coming through. But let's do the Cove. So it's been like this almost all the way around, bumper to bumper. This is normal. This is normal Cades Cove here. Yeah. Gives you time though to take everything in, and just a reminder, if you come to Cades Cove, you know, it's something that can't be rushed. definitely pull off and get out and, you know, take it all in. Absolutely amazing. It's beautiful. So we decided to get out of the Jeep and we're gonna head up this hill here, and we're gonna take a little walk up the hill here, and we're gonna go to the Pearl Harbor tree. It's not labeled. It's got a little pathway. There used to be a tree that used to come across here. All you could do is see the stump, and that's how we know to find it, because of this tree stump here. But we're gonna head into the woods here, and up there on top of the hill is the Pearl Harbor tree. Yeah, some beautiful colors up here. And there's the Pearl Harbor tree. It's wow, there's a lot of flags on it. Well, they have names of different soldiers on these flags. And this is probably the most flags I've ever seen on this tree here.
World War II, 1942. World War II, U.S. Navy.
Yeah, there's even a little rock down there in memory of Eric Ward.
It is so cool.
And the flags go all the way around on the tree here. Yeah, there's even a, looks like a sergeant or somebody's patch there.
Then someone put a plaque up, God bless America.
So if you guys been watching us for a while, you'll know what the Pearl Harbor tree is about. But if you're new here, you might be asking, why is there a tree in the middle of the Great Smoky Mountains National Park with flags around it? Well, there's a story. This tree here was transplanted here on the bombing of Pearl Harbor. And there's a little tag over here. I'm pretty sure it's still here. And here's the tag. Goldman Myers transplanted this tree on December the 7th of 1941. Of course, we all know that as the bombing of Pearl Harbor. And what happened was, there was a farm. Actually, the foundation of the house sat over there, and still you can still see parts of it if you walk over there. And he was listening to the radio right here in Cades Cove, and he heard about, well, the bombing of Pearl Harbor. So he took this tree, which is quite big these days, and he transplanted it right here. And of course, the original car rim is around the base. It's right there. And then he put a tag on it. Of course, this is not the original tag, because the original tag, from what I was told, was a little more nastier. He wasn't as pleasant, I guess, with what Japan did to the United States back in 1941. And ever since then, folks come out to this tree and they put American flags on it. It's hard to imagine that this was all farmland, and a lot of these trees were not here back in 1941. And this was a hill with a house and a barn and everything else. And wow, take a look at that color there. It is amazing. I always got to stop here at the Pearl Harbor tree. It's just a little hidden gem. In fact, the main road is just over there. The loop is just over there. And people pass this every day and don't even know it's here. The little yellow Jeep down there. And then you walk up the hill. And there's the Pearl Harbor tree. It's definitely fall here in the Great Smoky Mountains. The colors, the leaves. You can smell those leaves in the air. And just the sound of everything falling out of the trees. Gotta watch out for acorns. You get smacked in the head quite often if you're not. Definitely don't stand underneath an oak tree or something, right?
Right.
So we're to the halfway point, and we're going to turn off at the Cable Mill historic area here and take a look at the old mill and just kind of and we are here at the halfway point. And I always like taking photos of the mill. In fact, it looks like the mill is open today, or at least the windows are open. Oh, it is open. Let's go check this out. It's not many times a year that this mill is in operation, and today's one of the days it's open. I've been in there before, and I made a video in there, but it's been probably 3 or 4 years. It looks like there's a line of folks. Yeah, we're in for a treat today. It's open.
Most of what you see down here is in the neighborhood of 85 years old. We are, however, still grinding with the original cornstones from the 1870 mill. So those have been in use for a little over 150 years now. So the water wheel outside is what powers our top millstone in here. We've got both of our millstones located in this piece called the collar. They're both about this round, that thick, and weigh about 2,000 pounds each. You can see the bottom one there. It's mounted to stay stationary. The top one is the only one moving, and it's doing all the grinding. If you step up this couple of steps here and look inside, you can actually see the top stone turning. It's being driven by the water wheel outside, which is connected to the stone through these gears beneath the floor. We've got 6 gears under the floor that get progressively smaller as they approach the stone. The first one is almost as big as the water wheel itself, and the final one there that's lit up by that lantern is only a couple of feet wide. So by getting progressively smaller, they're also getting progressively faster. So one turn of the water wheel outside is going to end up turning that top stone about 35 tons. Once it's running, we load corn into the top hopper. That funnels into this piece here called the shoe. The shoe we can adjust up or down with this cord here to allow more or less corn to fall in at a time. The slower the corn trickles into the stones, the finer the final product's going to come out. The piece in the center here, rotating against the shoe, is called the damsel. It's rotating because it's mounted to the center of the top millstone. So the top stones were made with a hole in the middle and a steel crossbeam where the damsel can connect. And as the top stone turns, it turns the damsel along with it. It's a hexagon, so as it spins, its corners are knocking the shoe, causing it to vibrate, and that shakes out the corn just a little at a time. The corn falls out of the shoe, down through the hole in the top stone. There it gets trapped between the top and bottom stone, and as new corn keeps falling in, it begins to push the finest stuff to this chute, where it falls out as cornmeal. And so what we've got coming out right now is very, very fine, almost like flour, and that's because we've got our stones in here positioned very close together. We can use this steel wheel here to crank the top stone up away from the bottom stone. The more space you put between your stones, the coarser the product is going to come out. So by adjusting your spacing, this mill is able to make flour, cornmeal, grits, and even livestock grains like cracked corn for chicken feed or cattle feed. So it is actually not, we're no longer food safe down here. As you can see, we're not exactly the most watertight area. And we've also got a lot of critters that get in here to forage for corn, and we get squirrels and mice that poop in there, and then the poop ends up in the cornmeal. So it would not be really fit to sell. So what we sell nowadays, we get from get a custom ground for us by home mill and pigeon forage, because they use the same method, but they're still considered food safe. But it's pretty much as close as you could possibly get to what came out of here, because it still is 100% corn, no additives, no preservatives or anything. So it's as close as we can possibly get to what comes out of here without it having the mouse with it.
Well, that was really cool. So the mill is up, it's running. Now they no longer make consumable flour or mill in there, but it was cool. I've seen this once before, I think, running. It was great to see it again. It is a working mill. Normally we never see this wheel turn, but she's turning today. This is one of my favorite places to take photos right here. The color is absolutely amazing, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying nature.
Yeah, of course Dawn's got
I'm stuffed up.
yeah, allergies are plaguing both of us actually. You probably sound a little froggy, but it was really great to see the mill over there and its wheel turning. It's just a great time to be here in the Smokies. There's nothing like the sound of leaves crunching under your feet. Yeah. So this would be our 4th hour in Cades Cove. Of course we stopped and looked around, smelt the roses. But folks, we're back here in the studio, and it was a great trip around Cades Cove. What did you think, Dawn?
I enjoyed it.
It was fun. It was fun. Colors are, I would say, past its peak. Things are starting to turn brown, and a lot of things are falling off the trees. And it was a little windy. You can see some of the leaves starting to come off the trees. I don't think it's going to last very long, but it was just still a beautiful day. I still think you have a good week out there. Folks, that's going to do it for today here in the Great Smoky Mountains. If you guys like this vlog, give it a thumbs up. Also, if you guys haven't subscribed, please subscribe so you'll miss these upcoming Smoky Mountain adventures. And until next time.
Thanks for watching.
Bye, everyone.